all of the leprechauns has been invading Disney parks from around the world. Do you think the kids will catch the leprechaun? There's only one way to find out on Earwitness News. Straight ahead.
From the most magical place on earth. This is not Eyewitness News. This is Earwitness News.
Hello and welcome to Earwitness News. I'm your host, John Good. Leprechauns has been invading Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and from Dublin, Ireland, from last year's St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland. Mickey and Minnie has been arrived in Ireland for Disney 100 Years of Wonder. It's been a gorgeous celebration in the St. Patrick's Day parade made at Disneyland, California, appeared last year with the bunch of kids out there dancing along during the parade. It's so magical. That's the flashback news of Earwitness News flashback from 2023. Let's take a look at the weather report. Let's take a look at the weather report from Disneyland in California right now. Today's forecast. It is sunny day in Disneyland in California. It's a beautiful day out there. This is the start of a St. Patrick's Day parade at Disneyland in California, and also Walt Disney World is celebrating a St. Patrick's Day parade. And we have a bunch of green confetti spread everywhere, all across the country. And you must wear a green shirt and pants and stuff like that. So I hope you're having a great time in St. Patrick's Day. So let's get right to the news. Disney's Hollywood Studios is celebrating a 35th anniversary here in Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So, do you think that the Tower of Terror is celebrating a 30th anniversary as well? Oh no, that's not as well, but that is a different story. For you're in trend, because I went to the Tower of Terror. It's scary and creepy and cursed and stuff. For your information, the Tower of Terror takes place in the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror was made in the Hollywood Tower Hotel, was trademarked by CBS. It has 13 stories, drop faster than gravity itself, and it drops down, up, and down again, back into the present day. And it became a tragic phenomenon. And you really don't know why, because I'm having a bad time by watching watching the Tower of Terror videos. So I didn't watch the Twilight Zone. It's so scary. That's pretty very unimaginative. Too scary. We have some breaking news. The Bambi live-action movie is canceled due to its screenplay concerns. So, well, according to this one, because it has a lot of script writing problems. So coming up very soon, coming up next week on coming up next episode of Earwitness News, we're going to review Luca, the Disney film. It is going to be, I saw it in like you see it in theaters or in a streaming device on Disney Plus. This is going to be a lot of fun out there. So we can't describe what Luca looks like. So I'll watch it on Friday. So I'm going to review it on Friday, and we're gonna let you guys know. And today is St. Patrick's Day, and we don't know what St. Patrick's Day means. It is St. Patrick's Day is part of St. Patrick's Cathedral. All of it, and And St. Patrick's Day is beware of that drinking alcohol. And he gets drunk and would sleep too much. And you remember, in order for my safety rules of a St. Patrick's Day, when I'm drinking right before first day and pen day, whatever. No, but okay, pen day, and it says no meat, don't eat meat, and just eat shrimp and rice on the first day in Pent. Anyway, let's just get right. All right. In any other news, all these people are celebrating a Disney MGM Studios. It used to call it Disney MGM Studios. This is a history of Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is going to be a big one for you guys. Well, so. We're JGN. So let's start tonight of a JGN's Earwitness news correspondent, Gerald Harold. Will have a question. About the Disney's MGM Studios. What is going to be, or as you would call it, Earwitness news. It was an investigation about Disney's Hollywood Studios 35th anniversary. About when it will start. Gerald Harold is saying,
well, it will start in May. Starting in May 2024, from the Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Really, don't miss it. This thing.
That's Gerald Harold speaking from Earwitness news correspondent. So, in another explained news, it was the Disneyland 70th anniversary will still planning in about next year. JGN's Earwitness news reporter investigator Garrick Hassel has told the Earwitness news reporter John Good. Yes, myself, John Good, and it explained to me how do we start of a Disneyland 70th anniversary looks like. That it will be starting on May 5th, 2025 for next year. So, I'm feeling excited about this topic. So, are you excited about Disneyland 70th anniversary? I'm sure I am. So coming up. And also really soon we'll get prepared for the Emulation Homeless Foundation about OC Chef's Table 2024. Will be at Disneyland, located at Disneyland Hotel in the Los Angeles area, California. Will be filming at Disneyland Hotel in the Instagram and page. So you must mark your calendars. I'm going to film the Earwitness news video about Orange County's Chef's Table 2024, and we're going to have a coverage of Earwitness news investigation. And this is not an investigation. This is an Earwitness news story about when we'll start of the Earwitness news OC Chef's Table. That's how I wanted to be lucky. So if you missed this episode, you must check your video for the next video of next episode's episode 2 link in the description below. When we come back, the investigation of the leprechaun invades Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. We'll be right back in one moment.
Disney's Earwitness News will continue in one moment.
Welcome back to Earwitness News. The leprechauns are invading Disney World and Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Actually, it's Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Excuse me, I forgot to read the teleprompter. So, the leprechauns are trying to attack the Disney and trying to stealing the gold, well, a lot of money, and is trying to tell people how do we capture the leprechaun. Here's the story. There's the three little kids named Tracy, Mario, and Tony are living in the Main Street, USA. And I saw the leprechaun trying to find a pot of gold, but this isn't gonna be work at all. But and then the kids are trying to catch the leprechaun, and then it falls in an enchanted forest trees. And then I saw that rainbow is coming towards the pot of gold, and this is and then it became rich, and all of his and the kids are catching and they just got the gold caught the leprechaun, and they received a pot of gold. But right inside the pot of gold is chocolate. That's not gold. It's just plenty of chocolate. It is. That's very silly. This wasn't really gold. But it's just magic because it's pretty delicious. And then because look they're on the bright side, the kids got $100 bills and will save it on a piggy bank. And a pot of gold. That's the story of Earwitness News story. Let's review. Let's review about Pinocchio. In 1941, Pinocchio is a very good film. It has nice songs, nice character designing. It's a pretty cool songs, pretty cool music. It's fun, it's funny and silly, tons of drama and stuff like that. It's a pretty positive show or movie. So I could tell you, I just like Jiminy Cricket. He's very fancy. It is film Conscience with a badge in the end. It is very, very rare and filled with solid gold. And to tell you, they won a lot of Oscars of Pinocchio. Oh, and it is a masterpiece. So right now, the Pinocchio 1994 for Earwitness News at the Movies review, I'll give that one a 5 out of 5. That's the review of the Pinocchio from 1941. And And it's just here's my breaking news update of the Earwitness News Easter egg incident. The giant Easter egg has been removed due to restrictions of the weather conditions. Because of the hail, and look on the bright side, because the golden egg has received a nice kid named Derek from Phoenix, Arizona, and they donating $10,000 to Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's very well educated, and he's a rich kid. So, are you excited about this? So it's time for your trivia about the St. Patrick's Day trivia game. I like to call it Earwitness News Trivia of a Day and Question of the Day. What color is St. Patrick's Day? Can you guess 3 colors of the St. Patrick's Day? Okay, anyway. Which of these colors does not have St. Patrick's Day? Anyway, what's the question again? I'm sorry. I should have said that. What is the color of the St. Patrick's Day? Red, yellow, green, or black? You only have 30 seconds. Okay, time's up. If the answer is black, you're wrong. If the answer is green, you're right. That's it for the Earwitness News Trivia, the question of the day. So, here is not let's So here was coming up in the next edition. Here's what's coming up in the Earwitness News in the next edition of. Here's what's coming up in the next edition of Earwitness News. We're gonna review Luca, not Lucia, but Luca from Disney Pixar's Luca is used to on Disney Plus, and I'll watch it at the theaters, and we'll review it in the next episode. So. And also coming up in the next edition of Earwitness News, is OC Chef's Table 2024 in the Los Angeles area in California. So I hope you enjoyed this. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Earwitness News Network on my YouTube channel. Hey. And you must follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and subscribe to YouTube if you want to, and also if you're a fan of Disney topics, and you be a fan too. Also coming up soon is our very special. And coming up soon is the Disney Hollywood Studios 35th Anniversary Gala special report on Earwitness News. So, set your DVR, and I'll see you guys at the Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida. Subscribe to JGN. And remember, thank you so much for watching, and have a magical day.